So I was just about to adjust my brush size by pressing B on the keyboard. So with this panel active, I hold down B, and it changes my cursor, and I can drag left or right to shrink or increase the brush size. And that works for any painting tool in Maya. Now that I have that done, I got my smooth tool active, and I'm just going to smooth out this transition here. Again, I admit it, I'm not going to do a terribly nice job of this. You would want to be a lot more particular than I am being right now. Okay. So I smoothed out that transition. Now I'm going to lock this base joint. And I'm going to unlock my next joint down the wing that I want to use. Now I have an elbow joint and I have an elbow anim. The elbow joint is controlling the elbow anim, so I probably don't need this elbow joint to control anything at all, because it's going to be driving this elbow anim. And the elbow anim, if you recall, we created this joint just so the animator can tweak the animation of the wing to his heart's content. So we're not going to add weighting information to the elbow joint, we're going to add to the elbow anim. Okay, so to do that, I unlock the elbow anim, and I'm going to switch my paint tool to add. I'm going to add 100%, and I'm just going to add everything past the elbow. And I could use selection to do this if I wanted to also. I'm going to turn on the display of the wireframe. It can be handy sometimes while you're painting. I'm just adding all this in. You want to make sure you got it all. Okay. Now, scroll back up, switch to my smooth tool, and I can smooth safely because I only have 2 joints unlocked. It can only smooth between 2 joints. And that's the important part of this when you're smoothing. So I'm going to click to smooth this area. You know, sometimes you can get lucky and you can even flood it, but it's probably not good practice. Let's see. Yeah, I flooded it. Okay. Now, what you might have saw me do earlier, and it didn't make much sense, but if I middle mouse click while I'm using my paint weights tool, then it activates the rotation of joints. And so I can middle mouse click and rotate this joint, and I can look at to see how this weighting information is turning out on the mesh. So it's looking a little wonky, but I think I'm okay with that for now. To get back into your painting weights, all you have to do is left click, and then you're back to your painting weights. Okay, so I'm going to lock the shoulder, and I'm going to unlock the wrist anim. And I'm going to switch to add. I'm going to add everything past the wrist to the wrist joint. Okay. So with that done, I'm confirming that I only have 2 joints unlocked of all my influence objects. Now you can have other things listed in here besides joints, just so you guys know, and we'll see that here today. Okay, so I got just those 2 unlocked, and I'm going to do the lazy man smooth, and that's the flood. Okay. Now if I middle mouse click, I can rotate this joint and kind of get a look at what's going on. That's a terrible sort of pinch right here, and so we'll want to solve that. Okay, let me rotate this back out. I can switch to my channel box, so I can actually set this to 0 if I want to, which you probably do. Left click and I'm back into my skin weights tool, or paint weights tool. Okay, so there's my initial skinning on the wing. Now what happens is I'll break down the entire body like this. I block it out into large sections. You know, each appendage gets flooded. Then I work on that transition, and then I go through and I unlock the appropriate joints only, and smooth out the transition between a child joint and its parent all the way until you're at the very last child. And that'll work down through the legs and all the way to the tippity toe. Okay, so now I'm gonna start a new tutorial on how to add in geometry as an influence object. And this is kind of an advanced thing, but it's not really difficult. Okay, I don't want you guys to be paralyzed because I say something's advanced. But a lot of riggers don't know about this, especially in video games.